The reason why the universe wants us to be rich and the reason why we deserve to be rich is because when we are abundant, we're able to bless those around us. And so not only is you being rich going to be a blessing to yourself, but it's going to be a blessing to everyone around you. Think about all the people that you're going to be able to help or bless because of your gifts. Stop telling yourself that you don't deserve money. Stop thinking, why me? Why do I deserve that money? Why should I get what I want and those people don't? Listen, you limiting yourself with that mindset is not going to bring other people money any faster. So if you're thinking, what about the starving children in other countries that need money? Why do I deserve money when they have no money? Maybe you deserve money because you're going to be the person that gives aid and relief to those people. Maybe you deserve that money because you in your head have the cure to some terrible disease that people really need to figure out. And don't think, oh well, my mind isn't working that big. I'm just thinking I want to open up a business so I can take care of my bills. Well, what is your business gonna do? Do you want to be a hairstylist? Maybe your gift is doing hair so amazingly that you leave people feeling good about themselves and now they feel confident. You've just put out good into the universe just by following your goals. Your gifts and your talents, no matter what you think it is, no matter if you think that it doesn't matter and nobody should care about it, it does matter, and you can make the world a better place just by doing what you love. Are you showing gratitude for the money that you already have? Okay, so I feel like this video is going to be a wake-up call for those of you guys who are saying, I want to manifest money, I want to manifest money, I believe in the law of attraction and I want to manifest money. And so this is something that we need to understand. Gratitude attracts more abundance, okay? Gratitude attracts more abundance. Gratitude attracts more abundance. The more grateful you are for the things that you already possess, the things you already have, the things you've already been able to manifest in the past, the more things you're going to be able to manifest. That's just how the universe works. It's so crazy, isn't it? Are you focusing on money? The paper money? Or are you focusing on the item or the material item that the money will bring to you? So are you glamorizing and glorifying money? Oh my goodness, I love money, I want money, I love paper, I love it, I love it. Or are you saying, I want money because I want to go on vacation next month. I want money because I want to upgrade my phone in a week. I want money because I want to take my girlfriends out to dinner. When you are trying to manifest money, always focus on what the money is going to bring to you, not necessarily the money. Because when we put money on a pedestal like that, we feel like it's so hard to attain, it's so hard to reach. Money is just so daunting to manifest, and really it's not. Like I said before in my last video, money can be as easy as manifesting a slice of pizza. We don't want the money, we want the experiences money can buy. We want the food money can buy. If you want to eat healthier, you want the food money can buy. Don't put money on a pedestal. Make sure that you know exactly, specifically what you want the money for. Because if you don't know what you want the money for, then do you really actually need the money? Do you just want the money to say you have money in your bank account? Or do you want the money because you want to do something with it? Focus on what you're gonna do with that money. But you do need to be putting out something into the universe to get something back in return. It's a law of exchange, you guys. So if you want to manifest money, are you helping other people? Are you providing valuable information to people? It doesn't even have to be people online. It can be people in your day-to-day life, people at your school, people at your job, your family members. Are you providing something for them so that the universe can in exchange give you something back in return? Show gratitude for every single little thing that you have in your life, and you will, without a doubt, manifest more money, honey. All right, you guys. So this is gonna be a law of attraction success story that just happened to me. And guys, I was able to manifest $900 in less than 24 hours. Wow. I had watched this video in the morning, and I usually like to watch law of attraction videos before I head out to school. So I watched this lady's video, and I was just I just felt really good about it, and I just kept thinking positively, like, oh, I'm so excited, I'm about to get this money, thank you universe, I'm gonna get this money. I'm happy that I don't need money, and I'm just reprogramming, like just saying positive affirmations in my head over and over again, like I am a money magnet, I have an abundance of money in my bank account. And I remember I said that to myself so many times that morning. I have an abundance of money in my bank account, I have an abundance of money in my bank account, I have an abundance of money in my bank account. It made me feel like really good, it made me feel really happy, I felt positive. And so and then I just left it at that. And you know, it was a regular day. I went to school, I came home, I relaxed, chilled at home all day, did some homework, and then I get this email from my school, and it said that your refund is being processed and you will get it in 3 to 5 business days. And I'm like, what? A refund? It's not the beginning of the semester again. So usually I will get a refund check in the beginning of the semester if there's money left over from my is left over from my tuition. So if the money that I send in is all covered and my tuition's all paid for, they'll send me back a refund check, which is usually how it goes when you're a college student. So yeah, it's not the beginning of the semester anymore. In fact, it's December, it's the very end of the semester. And so I thought this was really weird, and I thought it was a mistake, but I looked on my school account and it said, yeah, the money is processing, and it said $900. $900. You guys, do you know what I can do with $900? As you can see, it says your refund will be processed, and it says the amount of money, $900 refunded to me into my checking account. And then I wonder if I can show you the date. Right there, November 28th. So I got that email November 28th, that night, after I had been saying these positive things in my head all day, all morning, just saying, I have an abundance of money in my bank account, I have an abundance of money in my bank account. You fully and truly believe that you're deserving of that money. That's when the universe brings it to you. I was not concerned about when it was going to get to me. I just knew, I had a feeling in my heart that I was going to get some kind of money. I didn't say how much money, and honestly, this is more than I could have ever asked for. And guys, I'm just so excited, and this is just proof to me that the law of attraction works. Like, it really is just about your energy. I just remember, like, throughout my day, I would just think about it and just get so excited, get so giddy, be like, oh! Like, just so excited that that money is about to come to me. And you guys, you saw the proof. This only happened 2 days ago. Like, I was sitting that morning watching these videos, and less than 24 hours later, that money came to me. Yes, it's all the same. If you tell the universe you want something, it's all the same. So I would say don't focus on money, focus on the thing that money can get you. Today I'm going to show you guys how to show gratitude when paying your bills, and this is in turn going to make you attract more money into your life, because you're no longer stressed about the bills you have to pay, and you're just blessing all the bills, blessing all the bills, blessing all the bills. But to have electricity to cook, to have electricity to eat food, to have electricity to watch TV, to whatever it is you do in your house, throw pajama parties with your friends and you have strobe lights gone. Like, it's such a blessing to be able to utilize electricity, okay? And so understand that you paying your bills is you giving back for what you've been using. You're not paying bills for the heck of it, okay? You're paying bills because you're using a service, okay? You're paying rent because you have a place to live. What a blessing that is. Being grateful when you send that money out, because when you're sending, like, when you bless your bill, essentially is what I'm telling you to do. Bless your bill. When you bless that bill and send it off, you're in turn bringing back more blessings to you. Not because spending money on cable and Wi-Fi is gonna heal your soul or anything, but because you're sending your money away freely, openly, with happiness, you know, sending your money away, and in turn you're receiving something back that probably is worth more to you, if you think about it, than that money that you spent to even have it. So have that mindset when you're spending your money on bills, when you have to pay for bills, or even every month when you know that your bills are due. Just thank the universe for the resources to pay for those things. Like, it's okay to say that you want more, and it's okay to speak into existence making more money, but what's not okay is having negativity or sending negativity off when you're sending off your bills. It's basically just putting a curse on yourself. It's saying that all I can do is make ends meet, all I can do is afford to pay bills and do nothing else. That's all I can afford. That's why I'm so greedy and stingy. This is why I don't want to pay my bills, because I can't afford to do anything but pay my bills, and that's all. Okay, if you've ever in your existence had more money than was needed or than was expected to pay your bills, you've already lived in abundance. Okay, so thank the universe for that money, or for that period of time where you were able to pay your bills and then some. Pay your bills and then go on a trip, or pay your bills and then buy yourself a nice dinner out to eat one night. That was abundance right there, right in front of you. You have to be thankful for that and tell the universe thank you. And don't be stingy when you pay your bills, because you're just telling the universe, look, I know you gave me this money, but it's not enough. It's not enough. And if you tell the universe it's not enough, you'll never get more. Okay? Okay. You need to remove those money blockages. Now, what are money blockages? Because some people are like, I don't have any blockages. I just know I want money and it's just not showing up for me. Well, honey, hi, Patricia. Well, honey, the reason why you might not be able to be manifesting the wealth that you want is because you already have some subliminal, subconscious beliefs around money, and therefore you don't even feel like you can manifest it. You don't feel like you deserve it. You feel like you're afraid to attract money because you don't know what to do with it. You feel like your hands are so hot. As soon as I get money, it's going to be gone right out the door. Hey, Tammy, how are you, girl? Okay, I'm so happy you guys made it up here, okay? So you need to get rid of those blockages. How do you get rid of those blockages? Go into deep meditation with yourself. Okay, so how do we get into that frequency when we're in this meditation? I want you to bring money. Okay, so when you sit down and go into your meditation, maybe you only have $1 bill with you, right? Maybe you only have a $5 bill with you. Maybe all you have are your credit cards, and your credit cards are all maxed out. But you know, take whatever form of money you have, whatever form of currency you have, your credit cards, your debit cards, all that good stuff, and sit down in meditation, light a candle, really make the atmosphere feel nice and pleasant and feel comfortable, right? And you're just gonna sit there with your money and with your cards and just ask yourself, how do I feel about money? What do I feel about money? You know, how do I feel about money? And whatever comes to you, hey, exiting the matrix, hi boo, whatever comes to you, when you ask yourself that question, I want you to pull out a journal and just write it down, okay? And for some of you, it's going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of work, because you came from those families or those situations where money was tight, or we never had money, or we never had what we wanted. You know, you have to reprogram your thoughts. You guys, I'm telling you, you can have whatever you want, but you have to be the one to see it, and you have to be the one to create it, okay? Okay, now I know I want more money. So what are you going to do to get it? Because I'm so tired of people making law of attraction videos that just say, just be positive and hope for it and wish for it and it'll come to you. Like, no, that's not the end of it. Like, yeah, that does truly work, just being positive about your money. And yeah, money will come to you. But if you want to on demand, I need $100, boom, come to me now, you know, like we have that ability to manifest money that quickly, you know, you just have to be the one to cultivate it, create it, generate it, you know, you are a generator, okay? We are creators. So just think about whenever you say you want money, money is just an energy. Literally, money is just a piece of paper, right? So if we're saying that we want money, what kind of energy are you going to create to attract it? Or maybe you already have a little bit of energy, money in your bank account. What can you do to grow that energy, to expand that energy? Because if you're somebody who doesn't have money, how can money ever come to you when you're unfamiliar what it feels like to have money, you know? Where you are, I know you have, in multiple times, seen pennies on the ground, seen quarters on the ground, seen nickels, seen dimes on the ground, any kind of loose change, spare change on the ground. How many of you guys just walk right past it when you see it on the ground? I used to be that person who would like see pennies on the ground and be like, oh, I don't need that. Or like knocked over my wallet in my car and had change all over the floor and I would just leave it. Oh, I don't need that. You guys,
that is the money that you're asking the universe for. You know, when you say, I really would love to manifest $100, but you see you're like leaving change on the ground. I'm like, I'm just seeing this money all around. Like, people discard this change. People don't care about this change. These people say this is not valuable, yet they want more money. You know, over time, you see all this money accumulated. If you had picked up every penny you saw on the ground from now until the end of the year, guess how much money that would have been? Extra spare change that you would have just left on the ground. But you're saying, I want money, I want money, I want money, you know? It's not about the amount of that money. Like, yeah, I know it's just a penny. So people are like, oh, it's too little. It's not enough. You know, that's your poor mindset mentality telling you that penny is not enough. Because what if you had 1,000 pennies? What if you had 1,000,000 pennies? You know, are you going to turn down 1,000,000 pennies? Are you going to say no to just one penny because it's not 1,000,000 pennies? You know, like, if you're asking the universe for money, be grateful and accept every form of abundance that comes to you. Okay? Exactly. It's just energy. If you say you want more of it and you see it on the ground and you're not picking it up, you don't really want more of it. Okay? So yeah, okay, that's that tip. Start picking up every form of money that you see. Okay? Be mindful about how you talk about money, okay? And I used to hang out with people all the time who would say, I can't do that, I'm broke. Or I can't do that because I'm waiting for a payday. Or we can't do that, we're broke. Or whatever the case may be. Be mindful about what you're saying about money, because if you can say it about money, you can think it about money, right? If you can say, oh no, I know my heart's desire is to go to this convention so I can meet these bloggers, but I can't afford that. I'm sorry. So I'm just not going to go. You're missing out on so many opportunities. Don't be afraid to spend your money when it is enriching you. Okay. Don't be afraid to spend your money when it's making you better, when you're investing into something that's going to bring you more wealth. Don't be afraid to spend your money on food that is going to fuel you. You know, I used to be the kind of person who I loved McDonald's. I'd love to go get me the little $2 chicken tenders, and I would love to get me like French fries. I'd love a good dollar menu because I just buy a bunch of stuff, or I'd go to Taco Bell and buy a bunch of stuff only off the dollar menu. I wouldn't even look at the other menu. I'm focused on the dollar menu, the value menu. You are devaluing yourself by saying that I can only afford to eat this food. You know, when you would resonate so much higher, your frequency would be so much higher if you spent the extra dollar on a bag of spinach, or if you spent the extra dollar on getting a fruit cup with your meal. You know, like, feed yourself foods that are living, foods that have something to give you. It's an exchange of energy. Like, if you're eating food that is dead, you are eating death, right? And then you're wondering why you don't have energy to live your best life, and you're wondering why you can't manifest money. You know, you have to be in a creative state to generate wealth for yourself. So how can you create? You have to be able to fuel yourself with things that make you want to be inspired. And, you know, so yeah, make sure that you are being conscious of what you're saying about money. And if you're somebody who accidentally says bad things about money, anytime you ever hear yourself make a peep about something pertaining to money that is not positive, just go, oop. You know, I used to be the kind of person who thought that, but now I think this. Always correct yourself, never in a scolding way, like, man, why do I think this way about money? Like, what is wrong with, like, no, be gentle with yourself, baby yourself, love yourself. Say, I used to be the kind of person who thought that way about money, but that's not me anymore. Thank goodness. I can manifest. Thank goodness. You know, I just get so excited. You know why so many people feel nasty towards money? So many people hate money. So many people don't like rich people, is because they feel some type of way. They think they have to do what they don't want to do to make money. And yeah, that would make me hate money too. That would make me absolutely disgusted with money. So many people can't manifest because they think they have to do things that they really don't have to do to manifest money. You don't have to do that. Do what you want to do. Do what feels right to you. Do what is motivating you, okay? Create your dream job. Your wallet is so important. It's like where you house your money is so important, okay? So for me, where's my wallet at? I don't think it's up here, but for me, I used to have this really raggedy wallet, and it was not cute. It was falling apart. It was stained. It was just in bad shape, and I couldn't realize why I couldn't understand why my finances were so jacked up. It's because I didn't care about where I kept my money, because money wasn't doing, like, it was not there for me. Therefore, I didn't care how my wallet looked, because I don't need my wallet. I don't have any money to put in my wallet, you know? So when I found a really nice wallet, and guys, I got it from TJ Maxx for like $6. Like, it doesn't have to cost a lot to make you feel luxurious, but really invest in a wallet that makes you feel wealthy, that makes you feel luxurious, that when you pull it out, like, you feel like you're just vibing with that wallet. Like, you know, that wallet makes you feel good, you know, because it matters where you put your money, where you put your credit cards. It says a lot about how much money you have. If you want to have a lot of money, you know, make sure you're housing your money in a place that is like resonating high, attracting high energy, you know? Creators are the most powerful players in this game right now. Creators are the most powerful thing in this world right now. Okay, so who are the creators? We are the creators. The people are the creators. And I'm not talking about the fake people, the NPCs, the bots. No, I'm talking about people. Even before you go through your awakening, you are still a conscious creator. Only the outside world, the 3D world, the matrix is the one that's kind of coercing you to do certain things and making you think that you would do things that you wouldn't really do. But through going through the awakening, you understand that you are a conscious creator. You create your life. You literally are the God of your universe. You are God. You are God consciousness, is what Ashley likes to say. And I love how she explains that, because it's so true. We've all incarnated into these bodies as God consciousness to live a certain experience. And so knowing that, and Amanda Flaker calls it the abundance matrix, it's all the same thing. It's very esoteric, I know, but just follow me for a little bit. So creators are the most powerful players in the game, and we are all creators. Once we come to this awareness or to this realization, we can begin consciously creating our reality. The reason why we as humans want money. Again, it's not even about the money. It's about the energy of creating more, creating bigger, creating better. But I will say this, in order to attract more money, you have to have clear intentions for that money. Why do you want it? What are you creating? What are you doing with it? If you want to become a powerful creator in this 888 portal, know why you want to attract it. A lot of people are like, I just want $1,000. I just want $100. I just want $50. I just want to pay this bill. Why? Ask yourself why. Why does it make sense for you to create that reality? It's never about that small little thing. It's never about the little bill. It's never about wanting the $100 for the new shoes, for the new hair, for the new whatever. It's never about that. If we amplify that, make it bigger, go deeper, we can understand why we are energetically spending our money the way we are. It tells us so much about ourselves on a spiritual level or cosmic level. Okay, society made us feel so bad for, like, oh, you're selfish for getting what you want. You're selfish for knowing what you want. No, that's how it's supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to be. And in doing so, again, it does help other people. It does help the planet. It does help everybody, for everybody to know how to manifest and get what they want. It's not bad for anybody. It's great for everybody.
Our desired money is just a vibration away. Our desired income is just a vibration away. It's literally just a frequency away. I'm going to channel my desired income. I'm going to channel the money that I know that I'm supposed to make and that I desire to make. But for whatever reason, there's like a gap between there and now. But then when we understand that there is no such thing as time and everything exists now, so there is a version of yourself now that is poor and has no money to her name, and then there's a version of yourself that is a multi-million, billion, trillionaire, okay? And the way to tap into those realities, because remember, all realities and all potentialities exist at the same time, it's just a matter of bridging the gap. We right now live in a certain reality because we have attracted it through our thoughts, through our words, through our actions, through our resonance. What we are experiencing right now is a collection and collaboration of that. If you want to tap into that version of yourself that is rich, that is financially well off, that is doing amazing, thriving in life, you must tune into that frequency, because it's all it is just communication. You need to communicate with your higher self, or with your more evolved self, your graduated self, who has gained the knowledge to get to that place that you want to be, and you ask them the questions that are going to bridge the gap and literally lay out the framework of how to get there. I really hope this makes sense. Again, it's a little bit of quantum physics, it's a little bit of multi-dimensionality, it's a little bit of knowing how to jump from where you are in the 3D to where you want to be. And you do it through your resonance, okay? When I say there's an infinite amount of potentialities to get to this version, there is not one answer to get to this version. So a lot of people will be like, oh, if I want to be rich, I have to become a doctor. Okay, that's one potentiality, okay? So one way to get there is to become a doctor. What's another potentiality? One way to get there is to become a YouTuber. Another way to get there is to become a scientist. Another way to get there is to become, you know what I mean? So there are a million, as much ink is in this pen as I can draw lines from one point to another. There are millions of potentialities, ways, bridges. Think of these as bridges. These are timelines, but they're also bridges. There's a million infinite potentialities of how to get from who you are now today, if you're not satisfied, to where you want to be. Don't think that there's only one way, there's only one shot, no, there is an infinite amount of ways to get to who you want to be. So how do you tap into the ways? When we talk about higher self, your higher self, okay, your higher self has already devised a plan, already devised the reasoning of why they wanted to incarnate here into this physical body. And so we kind of go through this phase of forgetting why we decided to come here, right? And so we're kind of going through the motions through our world, like, why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here? Not remembering that we went through this period of forgetfulness, but our higher self knew why it wanted to incarnate here into this body. In fact, our higher self had an entire plan, a blueprint of the things that it wanted to experience in the physical body while it was incarnated into this physical body, your avatar. Okay? So when we talk about the highest timeline is literally just the timeline that your higher self chose and planned out, okay? This is your higher self's intention that you would experience in this lifetime. That's what we call it, the higher timeline, the highest timeline. This is the highest, the greatest potentiality that your soul incarnated here to do, or to be here for, right? But there is not just one way to get to that path. There is the most preferred way, the most comfortable way. Your higher self devised a plan that said, I know myself, and I know what I like and what I dislike. I know how I want to feel, and I know how I don't want to feel. Therefore, this perfect highest plan, highest timeline that I've created for myself is going to get me from ground zero to where I want to be in the most, not even the most comfortable way, because your higher self understood there would be complications. There would be fights between the ego, fights between the flesh and the higher self. And your flesh is like, I want to go this way. And the higher self is like, but I've already created the plan. I already know how we're supposed to get there. You're not listening to me. Hello, this is the plan, right? And so that is when we, we'll bump into like hardships in our life where we like, it feels like, oh, it's so hard to get this to work for me. Why aren't things working out for me? It's because your higher self has devised a plan to get you to where you need to be. And it's up to you to listen to the higher self's plan. And sometimes we don't listen to the higher self's plan. Sometimes we listen to the ego's plan. But where does the ego get its agenda from? The ego gets its agenda from the people around you, the places you surround yourself with, the people, or the things that you listen to, the environment that you're
you're in, right? So you might be maneuvering on a lower timeline because that's the way the ego wants to maneuver. Meanwhile, your higher self says, but this is the way that I've prepared it for you to do. So if you want to listen to the ego, if you want to listen to your lower self, you can, because you have free will, and it's completely up to you however you want to live your life. So you can do it however you want to. You're always going to have that desire of, but I want to be there, but I want to be there, but I want to be there. But it's up to you, the decisions you make, how you live your life to get you to that place that you want to be, based on the timelines. Now, how do we sink in, and how do we anchor into our desired timeline? How do you anchor into the timeline where you're thriving and living your best life and a millionaire and a financially free and doing everything that you want to do? Like you wake up and you're just like, ooh, this is bliss. This feels so amazing. How do you anchor into that timeline? Remember, your higher self already knows how to get there. So doesn't it make sense to tap into your higher self? Ask your higher self, how do I get there? What did you do? What were the steps? You know, like you don't just ask a millionaire, how did you become a millionaire? Because again, there is an infinite amount of ways to do it and to become it and to do it. There's a million ways. Doesn't it make sense to do it in the way that feels the most authentic and genuine and delicious and luxurious to you? Doesn't it make sense to do it in the way that really makes you feel the best and sets your soul on fire and makes you feel like you came into this physical incarnation of yourself for a reason and for a purpose? Okay, so that is the message that I got from my higher self, from the version of myself that I want to be. Money equals energy. Money equals energy. Money equals energy, okay? So honestly and truly, instead of saying money in this video, I'm going to try to just say energy, because I really want you guys to remove yourself from the physical object of money and instead view it as an energy, okay? In order to attract energy, okay, one must shine their light, okay? So what does it mean to shine your light? Literally, shining your light means to bring attention to yourself, okay? Bringing attention to yourself. And for a lot of people, this is really scary. But think about like the biggest corporations, the ones that are, you know, like really prosperous and making lots of money. When we're thinking about how we can attract money to ourselves or attract energy to ourselves, understand first and foremost, you have to shine your light. Now, like I said, it's up to you how you want to shine your light, okay? There's so many different avenues. You can shine your light through poetry, through singing, through dancing, through, you know, your brand, through anywhere. There's an infinite possibility of how you can make money, aka how you can attract energy, okay? You attract energy by shining your light. People are really going to have to start using their gifts and talents if they want to generate more money or generate more energy. And I'm saying this because the age of AI is going to be upon us, right? As technology evolves and things of that nature, people are finding ways to have technology do the heavy lifting for society. So like you'll notice, like if you do a lot of research in AI and stuff like that, they're talking about like making robots that can basically and essentially do everything that humans can do, but 1,000 times better. So if you think about it, there's not going to be a need for the human to do these jobs anymore if they've got it covered, which is going to lead to a lot of unemployment, which doesn't have to be scary. Think about it as an opportunity for people to be able to do what they truly came here to do, for people to really be able to explore their gifts and talents and things that make them happy and set their soul on fire. This was the original way that life is supposed to be, okay? We're not meant to be trapped in these systems where we just go to work, go to work, go to work, go to work. Okay, that is a system and it is a means to an end, but it's not necessarily going to bring you into the direction of your higher self or bring you into the direction of who you're truly meant to be. You are the real currency. We are the real currency, okay? This idea of money is fake. But the idea that we are the currency, that's what this is really about, okay? And that's the secret that they're really trying to cover or distort in the Matrix.
devaluing human, or taking the value or power away from us and making us believe that it's in this money or dollar. You are the currency. Cultivating your gifts and your talents is going to make you rich and is going to make you wealthy. We can see this in the real world when we say, okay, go to college to, you know, like if you want to be a graphic designer, you can go to college and they'll teach you more about being a graphic designer. Or let's say you want to be a makeup artist, you would go to school to learn to cultivate that skill and that talent to make yourself more valuable. The fact that you know that skill or that talent makes you valuable, okay? If we didn't possess gifts or talents, we would not be useless, but we just aren't living up to our full potential because we have things that we can do that we are not expressing that we can do, okay? The value is in our gifts and talents, okay? If we were wise enough, we would have all the answers. We become wise through cultivating the mind, hence why they say knowledge is power. The reason why they didn't want us to receive knowledge is because that is where our power lies, okay? No one can make you a slave if you have knowledge that you're not supposed to be a slave. No one can make you do something if you have knowledge that that's not the way it's supposed to be done. That's why the name of the game is knowledge. That's why the big secret in the Matrix is trying to hide and conceal and distort as much knowledge as possible, because the smarter people become, the more they can do, the more options they have, okay? When I was in New York, I was riding the subway station and there were two young guys who walked into our train and they were like, "Excuse me, I am going to dance for you." And everyone's like, "What? You're gonna dance for us?" And they turn on, they have a little jukebox, and they turn on the jukebox and they just start dancing. And they're just like, you know, getting it, pop locking and dropping it in the subway. And there's not very much space in the subway, okay, you guys? And you guys, if you haven't been to New York, let me tell you, New Yorkers on the subway look very scary. They look very intimidating. They're not smiling. They look upset. They look grumpy. They're cramped. It's hot. It's loud. It's jerking us around. You know what I mean? But these people, these two young men were on the cart doing what they loved. They were dancing. They were sharing their gifts and sharing their passions with us, with everybody on the cart, in hopes that they would, you know, make a few tips. And I loved this, you guys, and I definitely gave them, I had a few dollars, you know, to spare, and I gave it to them. When you see somebody, you know, utilizing their gifts and utilizing their talent to create income for themselves, you should support them. You really should, because that helps to grow the abundance matrix. And what does the abundance matrix teach? It teaches us that we can use our gifts and our talents and the things that we love and are passionate about to support us, so that we no longer have to do things that we don't care about, like working a 9-to-5 that we hate, or, you know, doing things that we really don't care about just to say that we have a job, or just to say that we have income, okay? Everyone on this planet is blessed with a gift or with a talent, whether it is a creative talent, whether it's an intellectual talent, whether it is just their presence and their aura, and, you know, they might have psychic abilities. Who knows what their talents are? But whenever you see somebody using their talents, if you're able to, you should always bless them, and the universe is going to bless you 3 times fold, 5 times fold, 10 times fold for encouraging other people to do what they love. Because this is the world that we are really meant to be living in. We're meant to be living in a world where people are compensated for doing what they're good at and what they love, and therefore everybody's frequency raises because they no longer have to do things that they really don't care about or that they hate to do. In the abundance matrix, everyone's allowed to do what they love, and they're able to, you know, generate money from it. I felt really passionate about this because there's so many creative, amazing people in New York City. And if you're one of those creative, amazing people in New York City who are sharing your gifts and talents with the world, I know New York can seem so cold, and people can seem so cold and like move out the way, hustle, bustle, but we do see you. We do acknowledge all the things that you do. You know, we appreciate all the creativity that you're putting into the world, and keep shining your light. And those of you guys who are watching me and you have passions and you're sharing it with the world, keep shining your light, because we are raising the frequency of the world one good deed at a time, okay? And I promise you, one day we will get to live in this abundant matrix where you know, everyone's needs are met. We don't have to steal, we don't have to cheat, we don't have to, you know, live in lack and fight each other for funds and resources to live an amazing life. We won't have to do that anymore. We'll get to just do what we love. For some of you guys, it'll be sitting on YouTube channels, talking to people like I'm doing right now. For others of you, it'll be, you know, playing instruments or drawing pictures or whatever you do. It's all important. It all matters, okay, you guys? So thank you so much for clicking on this video. I appreciate every single one of you guys for listening to me today. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you resonate with anything I say. Imagine if a tree said, I can't make fruit today. I have to get a job. I need money. We would be like, no, you need to make some fruit. You're a tree, make some fruit, okay? Same goes for us. You don't need a job, you need to produce some fruit, you need to produce some value. You creating value and being of service to others is just like the plant or the tree growing fruit, okay? That's its specialty and you have to find your specialty. The reason they don't teach us that in school is because if everybody thinks they have to go outside of themselves and get a job to sustain themselves for a living, they never reach their truest, fullest potential and what they could create or produce in themselves, within themselves, okay? We are so fixated on, I gotta get a better job, I gotta make more money out there, I have to do all these things out there so that I can come home to myself and, you know what I mean, feel like I'm enough at the end of the day. If you're always going out there to get your needs met, you will always have to go out there to get your needs met. The day that you learn to go within to get your needs met, it's going to be a game changer. You literally turn into the sun. You are your own powerhouse. You are the god of your reality, okay? You know how to generate things on your own. You do not need anything outside of yourself to make it happen. If we are, you know, if we are the seeds, which we are, right? The seed represents our full potential, who we could potentially be, that is already encased within us, and we just need the right materials and the right understanding of who we are and what we are so that we can allow ourselves to grow and expand the way that the tree does, so that we can grow higher and higher and higher in consciousness, the same way as the trees go higher, higher and higher, higher towards the sun. The tree wants to get higher and higher and higher towards the sun because the sun is the tree's energy source. Same goes for us. We want to get higher and higher and higher in consciousness because the source, or God, or Christ consciousness is the energy source, okay? Us wanting to evolve and become better and better and better and better versions of ourselves is like us growing up like the tree to reach the sun, okay? Everything that you need is already given. Don't be the tree that says, I need to get a job. Be the tree that says, I need to produce fruit. I need to produce value. I need to grow my branches. I need to cultivate my branches. I need to cultivate my gifts, skills, and talents, okay? So that I can produce fruit. Because when I learn how to produce fruit, I will be of value to other people. And I want to be of value to other people because when I'm of value to other people, I get my needs met. There's just so many codes from the trees. We are the trees, okay? So instead, oh, and there's this thing that I was thinking too, like if the tree was like, I need to get a job instead of I need to produce fruit. Imagine if somebody tried to give a tree a job. Imagine if, like, so it would look like somebody plugging something into the tree, something inorganic into the tree, right? Think of it like like the tree had like an outlet and somebody plugged something into the tree. And really, the tree doesn't need this external inorganic thing plugged into it, right? Because the tree has everything it needs to grow and produce on its own, okay? So imagine if the tree is like, you know what? It's too hard to produce fruit. I don't know how to produce value. So I'm going to go get a job. I'm going to let somebody siphon off my natural creative ability. I'm going to let somebody naturally siphon off my creation and production powers, because that's what the tree has. It has creation and production powers. It's self-sufficient. It can do everything it needs to do on its own. Okay? Same as humans, right? We can breathe oxygen. Isn't oxygen not what we need to survive? Yeah, and it's free. We can drink water. Isn't water what we need to survive? Yeah, and it's free. We can eat fruits and vegetables. Aren't fruits and vegetables naturally provided by the environment that we're in, aka Earth? Yeah, it is. So everything that we need is already provided. Don't the trees have wood and timber for us to build homes and houses? Yeah, it does. So everything that we need is already provided, just like everything that the tree needs to grow and thrive thrive is already provided. So why would the tree want to be plugged into an external source? What if somebody tried to sell the tree a dream and be like, hey, you need a job because you're not going to make any money, right? The tree knows it doesn't need money. The tree's like, I don't need money. I have fruit. I have everything I need. I'm chilling. I'm kicking it, right? You need me. You need my value. You need what I have to offer. That's why you want to plug yourself into me. So imagine somebody said, hey tree, you need to get a job. Or imagine the tree is like, hey, I need to get a job because I'm just not gonna make it on my own, right? Like I just don't have what it takes to be fully supported as I am right now. So I'm gonna go seek external validation. Let me get a job. Okay, so let's say someone plugs into this tree, right? They're saying, hey tree, I'm gonna pay you some money if you let me plug into you, right? And this is your job. The tree doesn't realize it doesn't need a job. The tree being a tree is its job, okay? The tree growing and blooming into its full potential is the tree's job. Same goes for you. You growing and maturing into your full potential is your job, okay? Whatever you decide to do from that created, expanded place is up to you. You grow the fruit. You produce the value. People come to you, okay? You don't go to a job to get your needs met. Things come to you. Okay, these tree codes are everything. Okay, these are the building blocks of life. Okay, we weren't taught these things because they didn't want us to grow to our full potential, right? But nobody has to tell a tree how to grow, right? The tree just knows. Same goes for you. You can intuitively just know how you're meant to grow and unfold, and you have to trust yourself and trust your intuition and trust that your roots are dug deep enough into the ground and that they're going to keep you secure when the wind starts blowing, when the storm starts coming, right? So that you can just keep growing and growing and growing and growing in consciousness. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. If it was helpful, please make sure that you thumbs up the video, as well as subscribe if you're new to my channel because I post new videos every week.